it was very heavy. It was hard. I mean, to make a decision like that didn't come lightly. So hey guys, I am Shenbi and this is my channel, Double Dose of Life. In this video I'm going to be doing a get to know me, giving you guys some details, some information about who I am, so you won't see my kids in this video. It's just going to be me. I have 5 questions that I'm going to be using to kind of give some information about myself. Hope you guys really like this video, and if you do, remember to leave a like if you made it to the end of the video. I'm a solo parent or a default parent. I've been kind of using the term solo parent lately, and what that is and what that status really means is that I am the parent that is physically here taking care of the kids. Their dad is overseas, and so that's why you guys don't see him in our videos, and even if he was here, truthfully, you wouldn't see him because he's very shy. He's very shy, right? But yeah, how do we make this setup kind of work is that the communication. So we keep the communication daily. He checks in, I check in. The boys also get to talk to him every single day. And when it comes to any decision that is being made where the kids are concerned, it is a joint effort. So we do that together. So even though he's not physically here to help with the weight, to help with the weight of taking care of the boys, he does try in his own little way to kind of make things a little bit lighter for me. So he visits whenever he can, and the boys and I have visited him too, right? So that's just our little family setup right now, and we're making it work. I mean, truthfully, in the earlier times, it was very heavy. It was hard. I mean, to make a decision like that didn't come lightly. That's our life right now, and I know that things are going to work in our favor, right? Besides being a full-time mom, I do have a next job. So I work a 9-to-5 job, full-time mom, and I have a full-time job. And in between that, I'm also trying to pursue my own personal affairs or my own personal passions. I have projects that I'm working on the side that I'm trying to push to earn like a passive income, because we don't need more money, right? And based on how the world is evolving and how things are going in the economy, like, you have to have multiple streams of income, right? And I don't see myself doing my 9-to-5 job for the rest of my life. There is more to life than just sitting behind your desk, sitting in front of a computer, and just, that life for me, it doesn't offer me like free will, the freedom that I would need to kind of do what I need to do, especially because I am a mom. Like, you miss out on so much when you work your 9-to-5, and you have to depend on family members or people within your circle to kind of jump in and support your kids when when you can't necessarily be there. And I've had to discipline myself enough and set boundaries in place to know that they are my first priority when I think about long term, because my children are growing. Zachary is 11 and Zamir is 4 years old, and they're both navigating different spaces. They're at different stages, and there's little things that are happening, right? And I have to parent them differently, and I have to physically be there, and just to spend time with them. And I find that sometimes I'm living for the weekend. And we all know as moms, the weekends are to just do chores, take care of house, take care of your kids. There is really little to no time for myself on the weekends. But one of the things that I've been working on is to create like routines and systems to make my weekends a little bit lighter. I am not perfect. Some days I give 20%, other days I give 50%. And there are some days where I give 100%, and it is okay to give 20%, because 20% is better than nothing at all. I'm prayerful about just a future where I don't have to work so hard, because guys, it is tough working a full-time job and having to take care of 2 kids with little to no physical support. It is absolutely challenging. I can't tell you how many times I've had moments where I would break down, I would cry, sometimes in front of them, sometimes behind them, right? Because you really don't want your kids to see you falling apart all the time, but that's my reality. You get what I mean? So yeah, but I am doing better, and I realized too that I've had to, one of the things that I've had to do is to really shift my mindset, because I had to tell myself that you're the one that is here. Nobody now come save you. You have to do what you have to do. And I have to put things in place to make things easier for me to fill my cup, because there's no way that I can be the parent or be the mother that my children need if I'm not filling my cup first. And I am working. I'm doing better. I'm not saying that I'm there 100%, but I am doing better. And 2024 was more of me just buckling down and trying to figure out what it is that I need to do, where do I need to get to, and how am I going to get there. And I couldn't get to where I need to get to if I didn't shift my mindset. And I had to shift the mindset in the sense, as I said, just tell myself, say, acknowledge the fact, say, I'm me alone there here with the kids, and I have to do what I have to do. One is that I talk to myself a lot. But talk to myself only, like, it's an unhealthy amount of times that I talk to myself. It's not normal. And when I'm caught talking to myself, I play it off like I'm probably singing a song. My niece always catch me, and sometimes Zachary catch me, and Zachary does it too. So I'm probably getting that from me. I don't know. But them say talking to yourself is a sign of madness. Or is it the response of talking to yourself is madness? Or might be the case. But it's not like I'm just talking foolishness. It's like I'm talking about maybe like an idea that I have, and I'm talking about it out loud. Because when I do that, then I take action. Listen, me no mad, and that is the most important thing. Me no mad, but just like talk to myself, okay? This would actually be coming out of my shell and building on my confidence. And there's a video on my channel where I talk about an experience that I had when I was 10 years old in grade 5 with my grade 5 teacher, and how her words and her actions impacted my confidence, and how I showed up in the world and showed up in the places that I was called to show up in. Self-doubt, all of those things are things that have plagued me right throughout my childhood, young adult years, and even, as a big woman, and even as a big woman now, right? Like, for me, that is something that I'm proud of, because I've overcome, in a sense. I mean, there's still room for improvement, I will admit that. But even take, for example, with coming out on like the whole social media space, right? This is a biggie for me. Doing this video that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube channel is a big deal. Talking about myself, talking about all these fears is a big deal. But I'm proud of myself. It shows growth, and it shows maturity, and it shows how much my confidence is it's rising. Something that also plagued me was like being concerned about what people think. What my friends think, my co-workers, my family. And that is something that I've had to get rid of. Like, stop caring what people think. Because the reality of it is that I cannot control people's thoughts. I cannot control their feelings. I cannot control their emotions, right? And it makes no sense to get worked up and get so concerned and flustered about things that I cannot control. It takes so much of your energy, and it chips at your peace, and it holds you back from even trying to reach your full potential when you think about what people think of you. My top 5 things: living a life that is pleasing to God. In 2017, I was actually baptized, but 3 years later, I got pregnant with Zamir. So I'm what you would call, I'm a backslider. And I've been trying to get back on my walk. I just didn't know how. And a lot of it came from just being embarrassed, the shame that came from it. I think my mother felt some type of way about it, but I am no less, and I've had to stop thinking of myself as less worthy of God's grace and his mercies and his blessing because what some people would call, oh, you made a mistake. Right? It's not a mistake. I am brave enough, I am mature enough, and I'm confident enough to talk about my shortcomings, to talk about how I fell from grace in a sense. But I know that God has forgiven me, and so I am now getting back on my walk with Christ, trying to find him again. I'm creating a legacy for my kids. All right, and it's not just like a tangible legacy. It's the good habits and the values that I want to instill in my children, because I want them to be amazing, to be outstanding young men, right? And I want them to walk in the purpose that God has for their life. And then third, create a business that will grow and be successful. I started something 3 years ago and it really didn't go anywhere because of fear. My fear of failure. I told myself that I was going to fail before I even begin. Yeah, that's my dream, to create a successful business that's going to grow, that is going to create 2 generational wealth for my kids and their kids, you know, as they continue into the future. And then lastly will be to grow my social media platform, to inspire, to motivate, to encourage moms who are on their journey, on their walk, tackling different aspects of motherhood and womanhood and trying to find the balance of it all, and continue to build on my community here on YouTube and even on my other social media platforms. All right, so this is $1 million question, and I get this question from so many people, like people, family members, friends, co-workers, even my boys are asking me for another sibling. They're asking me for a sister. But right now, the answer is nope. N-O-P-E, nope. It's not happening right now. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, we're not ready. I want to be able to be in a position where I am mentally strong. I've had 2 C-sections already, which would mean that if I have a 3rd child, that's C-section number 3, the healing process, it's just too much. And you know, honestly, I've always told myself that I would have 4 kids, 2 girls and 2 boys. That's what I wanted. Always wanted 4, but after having 2, that is it for the get to know me video. I hope that you guys enjoy the video and you you got to know me a little bit better. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the video, let me know what ideas and suggestions you have for videos, for solo videos like this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Take care. Bye bye.